so that people can understand how this training is going to be from YouTube. Okay, just wait a bit. In like 3, 2, 1, yeah. Okay, so you're now live on YouTube. Let me share the link there, and also you get the same links on your WhatsApp. So let me share the link so that others who may not be able to join on Zoom can also follow on YouTube. Then we can start. So basically, as the chair has already said, as I shared, we're going to do an expectation setting. We're going to give our expectations on what we expect to have learned at the end of the training, so that we can say it has been a benefit to us. Then I'll start with the questions that are theoretical. So you're going to go through the question and answer session, and I'll try to answer the theoretical questions. Then I'll capture the practical ones into a demonstration, which I'll try to ensure that it is done logically, so that I don't have to go from one advanced thing to a simple, then simple to advanced. I just capture and I format the demonstrations, which is going to be part of the training in a logical manner. So, okay. I think I'll try and share the link later. Okay. So how we do the expectation setting, I usually don't do, I think we have already done this training for all the faculties. You are the faculty we are saving the best for last. So we are the faculty that is remaining the training. And how I usually do it in terms of expectation setting, I don't facilitate that session. It is usually the chair or maybe the dean who's going, if there is around. So the good thing is we have our chair, our dean here. So you facilitate the expectation setting session. Then I'll be taking note, and also others will be taking note as I also take note. Then I'll take over from there. So back to you, Chair, for the expectation setting.
Okay, thank you, Kelvin. But how I wish you would have informed me to be prepared that I'm going to facilitate, but it's okay, I understand.
Yeah.
And thank you for the many titles and the prayers.
Yes.
So members, you've heard that this is the expectation session. Kindly take shortest time possible. You know, for some of us who've gone through this training, you know exactly what to expect, and some things have really leaked out, like mine. I know there are sections that I really need Kelvin has to revisit. So kindly, I'm going to request each and every one of you to be very open. This session is meant to help us. Don't say I'm not going to share it, what wataniona mimi nini. Apana, we are not going to do that. So kindly, I want you to be very open, share exactly what you want Kelvin to concentrate on, and I'm sure he's going to take it positive. So let's start. I don't want to mention people, but first I will leave it open. Then now, if you don't talk, then I'll be calling out your names until you talk. So let's start. So Kelvin, I'll be noting the expectations as you note. Then after we are done, then you can take over.
True.
So members.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Members. Mishek, start us off. I know you are an IT guy, so for you, this may be very easy for you. So maybe you don't have any issue, but start us off.
Okay, maybe
yes.
What would I say now? Because I presume that this training is going to capture what you have already gone through. All is it that there's anything new that we are going to get all?
I think you're having issues with your audio.
Yeah.
You're having
can
issues
you
with your audio. Maybe you can be closer to your phone or something so that we can hear you, then you can repeat.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
But there's
It's
still
okay.
some cracking noise, eh?
There's cracking sound there.
Yeah.
I think there's a problem on my end because I'm also receiving the same scratches when you are talking. So
Okay,
I
it's fine.
think maybe somebody can maybe take over as I try to maybe rectify the problem. Maybe I can
No
change
problem.
it by
Yeah, work on it,
That's okay.
then we can move to someone else. Michael.
Okay.
Any area that you feel Kelvin should concentrate on?
Okay. Thank you for having me here. I'm new. I really just want to understand how the platform works and how the system works. Basically, if that's what we're here for, basically the demonstration on how the system works.
Thank you, Michael. My question is, have you ever taught again through online? Is your first
Yes,
time?
elsewhere, but not here.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. You're
Yeah.
good to go.
Yeah.
So you're done, eh? Morelli, say hi to the members.
We can't hear you. Kindly make sure you join the audio. And let me check.
Sai, inasikika vizuri?
Now we can
Okay,
hear you, Njoroge. Salimia watu.
Natumia Bluetooth ya gari, no wonder I think the nini haichukui speaker. Mimi niko salama. I hope everyone is okay.
Are you in Europe?
Yeah, okay.
I don't think you're in Kenya. The way you are dressed and the way we are seeing misty. Are you in Europe?
Kuna baridi sana huku, ni Kiambu.
Huko ni Kiambu? Kuja Tharaka. This place is... Okay, endelea Njoroge. Sasa tusalimie, tuambie, what do you think, what is your expectation?
I don't know what to say, but maybe Kevin first can show us what he have, and then along the way, we are able, like for my side, I'll be able to chip in maybe my comments.
Okay, noted.
Yes. For me, I think online teaching, I'm quite conversant with it. Yes.
Thank you. Francis Mbabo.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
I'm fine. I'm okay with online. Meetings, but I'd like first of all to hear from Kevin so that we can maybe be able to ask where we have challenges after we get from Kevin.
Okay, sawa. Then Alfred Bowen.
Oh, morning.
Morning.
For me, I'm just waiting for Kevin to give us so that we can see now. This is my first time to join this meeting.
Actually, Bowen, what you should be asking is, how are you going to carry out practicals online? That is the question expected from you. Because
Yes,
expected to do practicals. So how are you going to do it?
Okay. I think Kevin has considered that one. That's why I'm saying I'm waiting for his
presentation. Then now you come in.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Felix Muriangu.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear you, Felix.
Hello.
Yes, Felix, we can hear you.
My area of concern,
yes,
I'm 100% that Kevin is going to touch on it. It's all about how they are going to activate their accounts, that is lecturers, and the formats of editing
Oh, the format, eh? Okay. Abednego, welcome. You can see you've joined. So what we are doing here, we are just stating our expectations. We are setting our expectations for the training. So let me give you some time at least to familiarize with the environment. Then I'll come back to you to get your expectation. Then let's move to Alex Mutegi.
Okay, good morning.
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 Okay, first of all, let me apologize for joining the meeting late.
Thank you.
But
It's
I'm
okay.
sure, although I had not known whether we have a meeting today, so my expectations is, or HAL, especially we in mathematics, how are we going to show those students through the calculations the way we do it when it comes to face to face? So that is my expectations, and I hope Kevin will give us the details. So we are eagerly waiting to see what we are going to do.
Next, you said expectations. Next, the next expectation.
The other one is like a question. Are we going now to present this one as PowerPoint or what? Something like that one when giving all the notes to the students. I mean, the way we do it in a meeting like here, we share.
Okay, sawa. Umemaliza?
Memaliza.
Okay, sawa. Jomba Jason.
Morning.
Jason, morning.
Yes, I'm fine.
Yes.
Now, my question is, how are we going to go with the calculation, especially in mathematics? Now, tutakuwa tunaandika hizo equations yaje when you are showing the students.
Sawa, noted. I can see you have the same concern with Alex, eh? It's just the same.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, sawa, karibu. Christine McKenna. Christine McKenna. Yes, hello.
Okay. Let me just apologize for being late. Then my issue is that students are complaining about the burdens network.
Well, they are complaining about the bundles.
Bundles.
Yeah. And they, sorry?
Network.
Oh, network
Some
issues,
areas
yeah. Okay, sawa. Noted. Kelvin is here to address that. Abednego.
Good morning.
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 Thank you for allowing me into the meeting. My concern, I believe that's what we are raising. First is about how to derive equations, because my field involves a lot of derivations of equations and the working out of problems. I think the same thing that has been raised by another member. The other concern is about practicals, especially now that I have a physics practical unit. And finally, it's about evaluation. So my expectation is to, like, as we shall have a way of, we shall come up with a way of doing this so that we still have to offer quality.
Thank you. Noted. Thank you. Any other member who's not contributed? Any other member?
Okay, maybe, am I audible now? I don't know whether.
Yes. Mishek, we can hear you now.
Now, mine may deviate a bit from this training.
Yeah.
But I hope about the platforms have been we have been taken through quite a number of days, and I hope maybe for those who are new, they might be expecting a number of things, but my expectation is maybe on 2 issues. I expect maybe either the trainer or the chair maybe to mention on whether before this are we going to maybe start teaching when the students have not done exam for the previous semester, and if that is so, then that means that are they going to be holding the content for the 2 semesters for the waiting for the exams which will be done for 2 semesters. Then the other issue is on once the students have registered, maybe it's my expectation that maybe someone can make a remark on whether we are going to be maybe given the list of those students who have registered, so that you can know whether you have students in your unit, because maybe this is online and there's no physical contact. So I expect maybe something of that sort. I think those are my expectations, although it may not be maybe part of the training. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Meshach. No, you are within the line of training because it is touching on e-learning anyway. And thank you so much for that concern we've noted. You are going to address that. Yes, any other member? Any other member? Let me try to share. There's a link I'm trying to share here. There's a staff who cannot log in.
Okay, so as the chair shares the link, and she's going to be taking me back through the expectations, I'll try and cover maybe a brief overview of how e-learning at Tharaka works, our e-learning platform. I can say we've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and it could not be possible without your support as the lecturers and also the support as the students to make sure that the platform works. We have seen a number of places where they have a very good platform. They have a very competent ICT staff and also a support team, but the members, as in the stakeholders who are the lecturers and the students, are not willing to take up the challenge of teaching online or learning online. But students at Tharaka have been very supportive of the e-learning process, of the e-learning initiative, ever since we started out I think at the end of April. And right now, even as we go on to another level, they are still very, very supportive despite the challenges that we are having. And going forward, we're going to see the challenges that are there, even the challenges that are there with face-to-face learning, because any kind of learning has its own challenges. So we are going to see and also do what we call an opportunity cost, where we're able to see and weigh the options that we have. So also, the lecturers have been very supportive. I think we've received a very large number of notes. I think our platform is almost full with all the notes for all the lecturers. Just finishing up on a few, especially from us, because for the Faculty of Physical Science, Engineering and Technology and the life sciences, we have we are more technical, and we have more challenges in terms of digitizing our notes than somebody who is doing maybe humanities and history and community development and such, so where the notes are entirely maybe pictorial or theoretical. So you're going to see, and that is why I said I'm going to make sure that we do training in faculties, so that each and every faculty has its own kind of specialized training. So I'll just talk about the platforms that we've just, we're going to have a Q&A session. I think we're going to now go head on to and transition onto the question and answer session. Then I'll do the demonstrations and the practical demonstrations at the end. That is where, as the last item of the meeting, of the training. So for our case, we are actually using the Moodle platform. That is the first thing that we note. When we are doing our online engagement, when the COVID struck, we entirely used what we call Google Classroom. But Google Classroom is not a fully fledged learning management system. That is why we have now transitioned now to making Moodle our primary platform, our primary learning management system. And we have already set it up. The links are already set up, and you're going to have a demonstration of how it works and how you activate your account. We're going to have that. Then the other thing is to make sure that the learning management system becomes a version. Usually combine the learning management system plus a web conferencing platform. So when you combine the two, that is how we come up with what we call a virtual classroom. Because think of it like in a face-to-face scenario, think of the LMS as the notes, as the materials, as the handouts, or anything that you would have provided during the class. And the physical classroom is synonymous to the web conferencing platform. So when you enter the class with your notes or with your laptop physically to teach students, and you find them inside there, and then you are delivering your content maybe verbally or through the whiteboard, you're actually having both the material and the room and the students as the lecturer. So to bring that experience of learning virtually, we combine the learning management system, which has the digitized notes, which you're going to you will have already sent beforehand. Then we also have the web conferencing platform. We have two platforms. Our primary platform is the Zoom, is the Zoom which we are now having right now, and every lecturer, both part-time and full-time faculty, will be assigned a licensed Zoom account, and you're going to also be given a schedule of how your classes have been, are on the and added as an alternative host, which are going to be guided accordingly. So that when you log into the learning management system, you just click on the Zoom class and you log in, and you also notify students of having started the class. So that is the primary platform, and the secondary platform is the Kenneth web conferencing platform, which is a free. It is a free platform, which you can also use maybe at any point in time where you want, although you need to register for an account using your institutional email. I believe everyone here has an institutional email. I think I remember creating an institutional email for Michael just the other day. So everyone has an institutional email here as we speak. Then we have the learning management system depends on your institutional email. So what that means is you're not going to have a different username and password for the e-learning portal, but you're going to just use the same institutional account details to log into your Moodle platform. So our institutional emails are run by Google in what we call the G Suite. So you're going to see how you're going to get your email accounts activated and how you're going to use them to activate your accounts at the demonstration session. Then there's an issue, I would want to touch on an issue that Christine had raised about the bundles for e-learning and also network connectivity issues. I remember when I was addressing this in the other faculty trainings, and one thing I said basically is, if you look at face-to-face learning, I'll start from there because that is where we've been and we are familiar with most of the time. There's usually these challenges and everyone faces it, whether you're a lecturer or a student, maybe shortage of lecture halls. For example, if you don't have a lecture hall, you cannot teach at the corridor. you cannot teach under a tree and people will concentrate. So if maybe let's say you are assigned a certain lecture hall by the timetabling and it has been taken over by another lecturer, you cannot chase away that lecturer and say, I was assigned this class and have to have this class. Maybe if you came in late, you're not going to have your class, and your class will maybe what usually say it will bounce. So that is one challenge usually have with face-to-face. The other thing is attendance. Attendance is usually an issue. Sometimes maybe you have like certain students who have not attended class, a certain lecturer who is maybe coming from far and usually comes just twice or thrice in a whole semester. They just come thrice to then they say they have already taught, and you cannot let's say monitor whether they taught or not, because it is a physical has the power of giving marks to the students. The students may feel intimidated not to report the lecturer, to have not maybe covered the prerequisite hours required for them to have learned that unit well. So that also becomes an issue, like attendance on both the lecturer side and also students. You as a lecturer, you've traveled all the way, you've arrived at Tharaka maybe, and you're waiting for students. So you told the students you're going to start at 10, and you ensured you traveled so early and you're going to start your class at 10. It is 11:30, it has reached or even to around 12. The class rep is not picking the calls. The students are nowhere. You cannot trace any of them because the only contact you have is the class rep. So you can still have, so sometimes usually have those issues where like the students are not available, or maybe students are not even aware that they had a class. So there's that miscommunication. So you can't, maybe again, the class bounces. The other thing that usually happens is, let's say clashes in terms of the timetable. You have a class that maybe you have a class with your students, then the students say you are having, usually is normal because getting the university timetable is usually very tricky to consolidate. So that what happens is most of the time lecturers decide on a time which is the students are available, and also when they are available. And sometimes it may not be convenient for each and every student, and even the lecturer themselves, even the timetable may not be convenient for them. So those are the challenges we have for face-to-face learning, and they are normal, and we have them, and we try to overcome them in one way or another. So when you go to online learning, it has its own set of challenges, as you had. There's the issue of network connectivity. You need to be aware. There's a good network connectivity to have this session effective for you. You don't want to be in a session where you're hearing me break, you are disconnecting and reconnecting again. It can be frustrating, and you cannot get the most out of an online training or an online meeting or an online class. The second challenge is usually the bundles. So you might have decided, okay, you've bought a bundle of maybe 50 bob for 2 GB for 1 hour. Then maybe the session is lasting for more than 1 hour. Or maybe you bought maybe 100 MB, and then the 100 MB is over before the session ends. So that, or even bought by even the bundles to just get onto the Zoom session, or even to get onto the learning management system to access the notes, even sometimes even to get onto the WhatsApp to access the official groups. So those are the challenge. That's another challenge. The other challenge that is there with online learning is electricity. Without charge, if my laptop goes dead right now, I'll actually have a very big problem. If power goes off right now and maybe it was low, I can't access, and maybe I'll actually have to say, okay, can we do something as I try to look for somewhere how I can charge my phone or charge my laptop. So electricity is also always an issue. Then as I also give out the challenges, I also usually see how we try and overcome. So what do we usually do when in face-to-face learning, if there's a shortage of lecture halls, what do we usually do? We usually say, okay, we look for, maybe let's say we look for a place. Let's say sometimes usually for us, especially the good thing for us, maybe in the like science, engineering, and technology, if there's a shortage of a class, you decide to go to the lab. Maybe you can go to the physics lab, chemistry lab, or the computer lab. Since most of the time we cannot say another lecturer cannot come and take over the lab, but as a lecturer in the faculty, you can take over the chemistry lab, physics lab, or a computer lab. So that is how we try and overcome that challenge. The other challenge when it comes to attendance as a lecturer is you decide maybe to say, if for those who have come in place, I'm going to give you marks for attendance. You're going to sign an attendance register so that anybody who misses, you can be able to. The student handbook, you're told that if you haven't attended 70% of the classes, you're not going to sit for the exam. So students get to understand that there's a signing of an attendance register, and I might be able to get marks. And even depending on the strictness of the lecturer, you can be able to attend a class. Sometimes students don't attend a certain lecturer's class because maybe he or she is too lenient, and maybe they won't do anything, and maybe they know maybe the pedagogical skills and the lecturer does not give, it's not motivating enough and interesting enough, or maybe the students know even if they attend or not, they're going to get the notes and something of that sort. So there's still always those challenges. Even for the clashes, is most of the time we decide to also look at the timetable and ask the class reps and the students, at what time are you free? Then we decide to just have a makeshift class, and we actually do a makeup class at that point in time when there's no clash. So we usually find solutions for the face-to-face learning challenges. Also for the online learning, it has also ways for you to overcome those challenges. So let's say it's network connectivity. If I know there's low network connectivity at my place, I usually say like a human being is not like a tree. You're not planted there. You can if the ministry says schools are going to reopen tomorrow, somebody will have to move from where they are to the university college so that they can be able to learn. And there's no two ways to it, that they have to move. So same case for learning. It doesn't mean that when you're having challenges with the online learning, where you are, you move to where you can be able to get the connection and can be able to get the network connectivity in place. For example, if you don't have, it's a place where maybe there's a cyber, you can go to where the cyber is, even if it's maybe, let's say, 5 kilometers away. We say, okay, you're going to plan your time, then you're going to be there on time for your class. So then for the bundles, some good news, though I wouldn't want to confirm it yet because it is still on the processes. The university is looking at for measures to support our first year students, and also even if you have to go the route of online examinations or such, to see whether we can be able to sponsor bundles, especially the discounted Kenneth bundles that are there. Then they still, even if the university hasn't made the initiative yet, we have the same bundles. You can register for them through the Kenneth platform. I'll share the link also on the chat. And as a lecturer and also as a student, you can be able to register for the discounted bundles. They are very, very enticing offers, which are not there as per any network. So you can just register on Kenneth there, and you can get, they usually offer 10 GB for 500 for Safaricom, and I think it's 12 GB for Airtel, that is for 500 bob, and for 1000 bob you get 30 GB of telecom, which is consumed at 1 GB per day. So you can click on that link, you register, but the requirement is that you need to have an institutional email. So if you don't have an institutional email with Taraka, you can just, if you're a part-time lecturer, you can submit your details to your COD, and the COD is going to provide the same to the ICTs for your creation of your email, and then you're going to be notified via SMS that your account is ready for use, and you can use that to validate and authenticate that you are a full-time or part-time. You can just look at that and see. So the offer is usually a third. It's usually a third of the cost of a normal bundle, because the same bundle is worth 1,500 or maybe 2,000 shillings, 10 GB for a month in Safaricom, but you're not getting it at 500, and it is provided only to Kenneth member institutions, and Tharaka University College is a Kenneth member. So the other thing about bundles is the Kenneth discounted bundles cover at the start they did not usually cover the Google Classrooms and the Zoom and the Gmail, but right now they've told us that Zoom is now supported. You can also now you can access learning management system, that is our e-learning. It was there before, you can access it now. And the good thing is, if you've bought a 500 bob bundle and it is about to expire and you haven't finished with it, if you buy the same bundle in the coming month, you're going to be the expired bundle is also going to be added to the current bundle. Then you're going to have an accumulated bundle. So that is the good thing about the bundle. And for the sponsorship, it's just limited to Safaricom. So if you're on Airtel or Telcom, I don't think they have modalities for that. So we're still looking at that together with the management on how we can support students in terms of learning with regards to that challenge. Then for electricity, I think there are a lot of ways there are a lot of proven ways that are there. There's solar, there's M-Copper solar, if there's a place where you're not able to access electricity. There's even people using, you go to a place, there's a charging area, they usually use maybe the battery, and you go to the town center and you charge your phone. Maybe the other issue may be the gadgets. I think I did not mention that. The gadget that is required, maybe it's required like you have a smartphone. So I think we've already seen what Safaricom has done. I think there are a lot of offers which you can be able to take up. I think there's one called Lipa Mdogo of around 20 bob, where you can get a smartphone for a very short, at a very cheap smartphone that can work for you, sponsored by Safaricom. Then you pay shortly. And also I've already gotten information that HELB is also going to, the amount of money that usually most of the time is for upkeep can be channeled towards acquisition of these gadgets once a student applies for the HELB. And you can use the same money that you could have used for upkeep and pocket money and eating. You can also channel it towards getting the devices. As a person who is in science, engineering, and technology, would advise somebody to also have a laptop, a proper mid-range laptop that can support a number of activities, because we are talking about simulations, which I'm going to talk about later when I'm also going to demonstrate. Is these simulations software usually run best on laptops or desktop computers. So and also the calculation softwares and all that. So that is how I can explain that challenge. I think I was on a call when Mishek was speaking. So Chair, you'll tell me when where I've actually not covered the theoretical questions before I head on to the demonstrations for the day. So back to you, Chair. And in case of any questions on what I've just said, you can also raise them also, because it's a Q&A session. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelvin. Thank you for taking us through very well. Actually, you've answered most of the questions. Thank you so much. So do I take you through the expectations, or?
Yes.
Or we continue getting some more questions, because I've seen there are new members who've logged in. Let's just get all the expectations. Then now we can, to be better.
Okay.
Karibu, Madam Judith Gitari. I can see you're logged in. Thank you so much for joining. I can see Eric Osoro, you've joined. Thank you. You can wave. Can see you. Thank you for joining. Then I'll give the old members first. What we are doing, we are just setting our expectations before the training begins. Sorry, we began late. The link that was sent had some mix-up kidogo, but yeah, sorry for that. Anyway, let's continue. We've not yet started the training. We felt it's good at least we set the expectations first, then we can begin as we waited for more members to log in. And I can see now we have quorum, we are 20 now in number. This is a good number. So we continue with setting the expectations. I'll go direct to Miriam Wepukulu. Miriam, karibu, give us your expectation. What do you expect at the end of this training?
Oh, Chair, I was
Yes.
not in when it started.
Yes.
I'm not even sure of the question. I can't even understand the question you're asking. Expectations as in?
Okay. Okay, let me give another member then. Mutweri Joseph. Can see you are logged in. Thank you so much. Karibu, tell us your expectation. Mutweri, your expectation? It's like he's not very ready. We can move to Semo. What is your expectation for this training? Johnston, Semo?
Okay, I think I've joined late.
So yeah, it's
Hello.
true, you've joined late, but what are you expecting at the end of this training? What do you expect to get? Or where do you need some clarification? Now that we had gone through this training again, what are some of the things that you feel that they are not very clear now, that Kelvin should at least create some more time on?
I think I expect I at least to have a clear picture on how to use the module, the Zoom, and any other platform.
So you should revisit the training so that you can get a clear picture.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so I can get a clear picture of how to use those facilities. I've had Kevin talk about it will be convenient for people at least. I've heard him say someone who comes for only 2 hours, 2 classes in a month or so, that person can be able to teach. I think it will help now students to interact with the lecturers more often than just the normal where you come for classes and you teach and you go. It will have opportunity to interact with students on this platform. At the same time, if the schools opens, the university opens again, it will still have, you'll have still an opportunity to interact with the students face to face. So it's a kind of a win-win situation.
Thank you. Thank you, Samuel. Okay. Then we can go to Eric Kibagendi, say something. And what is your expectation? Tell us whether you've ever used this system before. Eric Kibagendi?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you, Chair. Okay. Yes, I have maybe previously I've used Google Meet, but I'm not sure how this is how it's going to be conducted. But I expect to probably have a picture of how classes are going to be conducted and whether there is going to be a timetable or something like that for class schedules.
Okay, noted.
Yes, those are the only things probably I would like to know.
So, thank you so much. Karibu. Karibu Tharaka University College. I know this is your first time.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, karibu. Madam Judith Gitari.
Yes. Hello.
Can you?
You can hear me?
Yes. Say hi to the members and give us.
Okay, I've used Zoom before.
Yes.
And yeah. Hello.
Go on.
Okay. Hello, members. I'm Judith Gitari. Okay, I've used Zoom before. Or have done some presentation using the same, but now like the issue of the sciences, we have like practicals and the rest. So you can explain to us how you're going to handle all that.
Okay, thank you so much.
But for the presentation, I don't think it will have issues because yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, and Karibu Tharaka University College. More specifically to the Faculty of Physical Sciences, Engineering and Technology.
Thank you.
Karibu, Karibu. Who else, who else? So Miriam, now you can say something.
Chair.
Yes.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
I think I can now get what the agenda is about. And most importantly is this online teaching. That is what I would like clarified, like how I would be able to get my students online, either through Zoom or through Moodle. And also the practicals, as Judy has just said, you talked of some black, is it a blackboard or a whiteboard? Yeah, I would like to see how we can use that, yeah, so that we can be able to engage our students. Basically that.
Okay, sawa, noted. Thank you so much, and welcome for the training. Any other member whom have left out? Any other member? Ian Majid? Ian Majid? Ian?
So hello everyone.
Hi Ian.
First of all, I want to be thankful for the platform.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm just hoping for the best. That is it.
Karibu. We're also hoping for the best. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Another Joseph Mutwiri.
Okay, thank you, madam. Hello.
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 Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, thank you. I've been busy somewhere. That's why I apologize for joining late. Actually, and I have some expectations because I'm working on another system, the online portal. I would like really to know how we connect this to the LMS. That is the Mundo and the other platforms that we'll be using, so that maybe how we maybe use the Sendo that is on the system to link to all other platforms. I know that is possible with Kevin and the other team, and I would like maybe we can discuss a little bit of that, so that we can see the minds that comes out of everyone, maybe, so that we can be able to work. We need even the input of the other staff members, because I know the allocations and everything will be done from the system now that we have it. After we upload every lecture and all that, the allocations, the units selections will be done from the system. So I think, Kevin, you can maybe, I think you have an idea of that. You can, during the presentation, you can take us through that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Joseph. Thank you for that. And another member who is left out? Alan Wasike? Alan Wasike? Wasike? Okay, it's like he's not around. So I think who else is not? I think I've covered everyone. Eh? So Kelvin, I think those are some of the expectations that we've got from the members. So I don't know whether you have to go through them first, then you go to the question answer session, or how do you go about it?
Okay. As I said, maybe we can start with the theoretical questions. I wanted to ensure that we do the theoretical first. Then once we get into the mind of the demonstrations, we are there and we already have a clear idea of how it's going to work. So maybe you can take me through any question that you see and you feel has a theoretical angle, even if it's going to be repeated during the demonstrations, maybe so that we can answer those ones. Then we can go to the demonstration, basically, just in a few.
Okay,
So
thank you,
is there any
Kevin.
question that is theoretical?
Actually, most of the questions here are practical. Like from Michael, is saying you want to see how you demonstrate how the system works. That is purely, you have to show it. Then Joroge feels that Kevin to show what he has, then he can chip in. Then Felix feels that to be shown how to activate the account so for the students can do the formatting of the notes. Some Alex and Jason had similar expectation. How to do calculations. That is these science-based, that is especially in mathematics, how to do calculations, how to do them. That is the same case how they've been doing it when they were conducting face-to-face. So that one, how to go about it to do the calculations. Then they are also wondering whether they are going to present the calculation now. As they do the calculation, are they going to have it in form of PowerPoint or what? And how to drive those equations. Then the issue of the bundles, we've tackled that one, bundles and the that one you've tackled it very well. Then same, how to drive equations, practicals, Abednego, evaluation, attendance from Abednego. Then there's also from Mishek, are we going to continue with teaching without examination? That is for the continuing students. So that when we can answer that, that is from Mishek Muremi. Are you going to continue that one, teaching without examinations?
You can answer that because you already know how we have decided as the board.
Mishek, what you've done the allocation for both first years and their continuing students. So for the examinations, that one we are working on it. We've not come out with the clear schedule when to do the exam, but there is some work that is on the ground that is being done. But for the teaching, we feel that the teaching will continue, but the examinations will be communicated later. Maybe Kelvin has a better answer for that. Still, because there are so many questions concerning, are we transiting to the next semester without examinations? Are we going to hold that content for 2 semesters? Those are same questions I'm getting from students. So Kelvin, clear that one out.
Okay, I think it's very clear. Okay, I think we started out when COVID-19 struck in March and we were forced to close universities. We had that one month period when we were thinking of what we can do to engage students. And then after, I think at the end of April, we decided we were going to do our student engagement online. And we decided to use basically Google Meet and Google Classroom, any other, but most of the time, most of the engagement was being done on Google Classrooms, email, WhatsApp, and that because we were just wanting to conclude, I think, the 2 or the 3 weeks of content for those who had not finished, and for those who had finished, to ensure that they continue revising with the students, in the hope that maybe the COVID situation would change sooner than expected. Although that did not materialize, we are still in this situation and we are in September. So what happened is when we got into August, the student went into like a break. The students who you are engaging them online and you are teaching them online to finish that semester went on to kind of a break. So when they went into that break, it was a break to come in, and I think we were anticipating the government to reopen universities in September. and also that did not materialize. So we are at this point in time where we are thinking of there's still the modalities of having an online exam in place, but that is a food for thought. It is not something that we are working on actively, considering our examination connection with Chuka University and the integrity constraints and all that. So we are still looking at the options we have in terms of that, but the directive that is there right now currently is students continue to be engaged through the same platforms, although maybe we can have a memo, because I think students have already been on a break. Most of the lecturers have not been engaging them actively. They're continuing students ever since there was hope for opening. And I'm sure most are just receiving the cards through Google Classrooms and the assignments that they had sent earlier. So the directive is that they continue engaging students, like keeping them engaged in terms of the notes and also the questions and so on and so forth. They can, lecturers can continue to do that. Students can continue to consult the lecturers, but there's no clear demarcation of online registration and starting to teach a new semester, having not done the previous semester's exam. And also considering there's going to be like an academic board meeting to decide on that. We are right now at the point where students are free to continue engaging with their lecturers, to continue learning, to continue revising, maybe for the exams, if any, that would appear anytime, depending on also the COVID situation in the country and the directive on reopening. So the engagement should continue because learning never stops. Then for the first year students, as you know, we are now engaging them actively. We are doing online registration, online unit registration. We're going to do an online orientation, I think starting next week on Monday. Then you're going to have a 1 week of e-learning training from 21st to 25th September. And then I think from that other week at the last week of September, the online teaching starts using the platforms that we'll have adopted and the training that the students will have gotten. So that is the situation we have right now in terms of e-learning at Tharaka. We already know of other universities who have decided to go full blast on online examinations so that they can transit their students to the next semester. We already know of those who have finished that and those who have are already in the process, and some are the lecturers marking the examinations. But for our case, we haven't gotten to that resolution for that. So I think that is clear, Chair. I think I've already answered that.
Yeah, thank you, Kelvin. Yeah. So Mishek, in short, is that transition is not clear because for the exams, all our exams are ready. In case the ministry calls off, if the ministry opens the school, our exams are we've proofread the exams and everything is set, so the students will come and do the exams. If the ministry gives us a go ahead to continue teaching, our notes are also there. Everything is uploaded in the system. We just continue. So we are in that state where the transition is not clear, either to do the exam, but we are everything, whichever direction that will be given by the ministry, we are set.
True.
Yes, that's why we've already done even the allocation. Thank you so much. So we can continue with the expectations. So there is also from SEMO who wants to get a clear picture of teaching, that is using the module platform. Then that one you demonstrate. Then there's a picture of how classes will be conducted. That is from Osoro. He wants to know how classes will be conducted, whether there are timetables for the classes. So for the timetables are there. They'll be set via the, you're going to communicate that one. That is when you get the institution email, because when you are, that is Osoro, then you are given an institution email, a timetable will be sent for that, but purposely for first years first only. Then for the continuing classes will be given. But for the timetables, everything is set. Then science-based subjects, how the teaching will be done. That one Kevin is going to demonstrate. That was an expectation from Gitari Judith. Then there's also from Mutwiri, who says that he's working on another system that is online portal. He's wondering how, he's asking how, whether it is possible to connect the two systems now that the system that he's working on will be frequently be used by the lecturers, especially in their location, marks entry, all that. So you can answer him because that one you don't need to demonstrate. Yeah, whether it is doable.
Okay. So let me answer that. Basically, when we are having the allocation being done, we are going to, I believe the system that Trudy is talking about is our ERP, has an ability to export the data that will have already been entered. So this information on our Moodle platform, there's what we call the bulk enrollment feature. So you can use a CSV file, and then you just give the email of the student, because the student will actually have activated, the students will have activated their accounts through the guidelines that we'll have given them. Then using the CSV, we are going to just go to course administration users, then we do enrollment using the same data that the system has given us. If the data that the system has generated is the one that we use to prepare a CSV file for upload for bulk enrollment of students to the various units they have registered for, and also the lecturers to be enrolled to the various units they've been allocated by the CODs. So that is going to be done through the use of what we call CSV files. So where we're going to synchronize the data between the ERP and the Moodle platform. So that is going to be done. We're going to last together because we are there together on that. And then also there's the other issue you said about connecting the schedules. So the schedules, basically, once they're generated from the ERP, they're just going to be, let's say what, they're going to be prepared in a PDF format that is going to be also given also on the website, and also as a link on the e-learning platform. So all the students, and I think we're going to have the schedules divided onto each and every course. So if somebody is teaching BSc Actuarial Science, they can see all the classes and all the units for that course alone in one page of a timetable. Then you go to another page, you go for all the 24 or 25 undergraduate degree programs that we are offering through the COSIPs. So all of them will have their own kind of a timetable. All of them will be put in one document. Then students and lecturers can be able to see this document and know when their classes are. This I'm going to demonstrate how the Zoom links have already been added onto this. We've already integrated Zoom with our Moodle. So so you're just going to have you added. We're going to allocate you a Zoom license. Then you're going to be added as an alternative host. The reason for that is you'd like to, if you have decided according to the timetable, your class is starting from on Monday at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. So we'd want to have that that element of control where you can start the class, and at any point in time, the ODEL team and the ICT and any management who would want to see any report can be able to pop into that class and see that that class is really happening, and that class is already starting as scheduled, or if there are any challenges, you're able to see and you're able to know like why the students not joining. Is it that they are not getting the link, or is it that they are not enrolled onto the Moodle platform and such? So you're going. So the issue that unit allocations and unit selections are big, and that data is now going to be imported onto the Moodle platform. There's that issue of the whiteboard I'm going to demonstrate. I think we are now getting to where most of the questions are practical. Unless there's any question I've missed, Chair.
No, you've answered everything, and now from me and Majid, we are hoping for the best.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
I think, thank you so much. If there's no other question, maybe from members, I'll start the demonstration. And you are free to, the rules of engagement for the demonstration is you are free to interject me at any point in time where I've gone too fast or where you have not gotten something. and then you can see how it goes. So allow me to just pick a call from the registrar here, then we go to the demonstrations. Can be taking any questions, Amy.
Okay, thank you, Kelvin. Can go on. So any other question that you feel need to be clarified, members? Members? Science-based disciplines. Are you comfortable with the explanation before we get to the demonstration? Jomba, Mutegi, are we together? Alex.
Yes, madam. I'm okay.
You're following, eh?
I'm following everything.
Then msinyamaze sana, hata kama you're following, you take a break, hata unaambia mwenye represent you are doing good. Ujue, this thing of online thing, you can just log in and put your name there, then you unaisha shughuli zako. So be saying something, at least tujue that we have people around. And that's why I was saying, you people put on some cameras. We need to see you. At least we have a camera, then even you wave. Maybe you log in, then you left your phone with your son or your computer to be controlling. So at least put on some camera, then you wave. Again, it's long. Mko shambani. No, you can do even this one from shambani. Haina problem. What you are telling is that at least you follow. Hata kama uko shambani ni vizuri. Provided you are following. But my concern is, uko shambani, do you have a notebook? At least to be noting this.
No, we are doing everything. We're okay. We're okay.
Anyway, no problem. Jomba, Jason.
Yes, madam.
Uko sawa?
Niko sawa, nafuatilia kabisa. Yes.
Unakamua ama noise ni ya nini?
Unajua kwangu ni kwa tamak, na kuanga kwa kando ya tamak kwangu nyumbani.
Nasikia ng'ombe anapiga kelele hapo, ndio anakuuliza are you milking?
Hapana, niko tu nyumbani.
Hiyo ni mzuri.
Yes.
Semo.
Yes, I'm listening. Hello? You can hear me?
Johnston, yes, say something.
Yes, Samu. Okay, I don't have much to say, but I think the way Kevin is explaining, I think it's the way forward.
Okay.
We just need to be keen and listen to how it's going to present, to ask more questions.
You know,
at least
the reason I'm provoking you, the basic science, you know, other guys they are experts. So lazima niwachokoze kidogo, because you are not IT people. That's why I'm concerned. Miriam.
Nafuatilia cha.
Unafuatilia? You need to know how those biology practicals will be done.
Yes.
And again, remember you are presenting your faculty. Maybe you continue with this training in your faculty because you are the only one here. So you need to get every concept.
Niko na Judith.
Oh, by the way, yeah, you are with Judith. So at least you are two. So you need to be very keen here. Maybe you continue with the training. At least for our session, we are five. Yes, we are five. So for you, you need to be smart now. Okay, sawa.
Madam Fidel.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Just an issue of concern, eh?
Yes.
For the continuing students.
Yes.
kuna wako supposed kwenda for the attachment. Now how will it happen sasa?
Which year? Which year?
Third year, second semester.
Okay, the only group that I'm very sure that they are going for attachment is for theirs. For those ones, they were given a go-ahead.
Yeah.
For theirs, they were given a go-ahead because that is the only bit that is remaining, the attachment. So they were given a go-ahead. The COD was given the mandate to instruct the students and also give them the necessary documentation to proceed for attachment.
Okay.
But if you have a group that is going for attachment, especially for faculty, then I will find out to look for a way forward. Then we see.
Okay.
But the only group I think that is supposed to go for attachment is the diploma group.
The diploma.
Yeah, the diploma group. There's a group that is supposed to go for attachment, but that group, there's a section you've not completed. There's a paper they're supposed to write, a term paper.
Yes.
And then present, but they've not done that. So they can only go for attachment if they complete that bit of writing a term paper and then presenting. Because what I learned from their lecture is that they have been they are reluctant to forward their papers. So I told them they'll not go for attachment before they finish that bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, I'll follow up on that. Yes, I'll follow up on that. Then I'll give you back report on that.
Okay, thank you. That's clear.
Yeah.
Then another issue of concern, if the government does not say we go back and we continue with the e-learning, are we still gonna pay the same amount of fee ama kutakuwa na discount? What will happen?
Why discount?
Because you see, it's kind of like we're at home. And we're also buying bundles, I feel that. So I don't know how to go about it.
And remember, we're in school, you even spend more because you have to pay for hostel, you have to pay for the upkeep. But now, unakula nyumbani. So it is cheaper learning from home as compared to school, sindio? And again, here, for us to do this e-learning thing, there's a lot of, actually it is coming with a lot of cost. Let me be sincere with you. The Zoom thing, the license itself is very expensive to buy.
Very
true. If Kevin can be clear with that because he's the one following that, you tell you that the institution is really incurring on buying the license. There is also some more, there are other bits that are also being brought to the institution to make learning effective. So what I learned from the last time we had a board meeting, the fee is going to be the same. No addition, no subtraction. It's just the standard figures. Yeah. Maybe Kelvin, any answer for that? Kelvin, you're back. Okay, Kevin is trying to share something. Let's give him some time.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Semo.
If I may comment on the fees, I normally think the fees for public university, the university has to get a recommendation from the ministry.
A recommendation from the ministry, yes.
I think so.
And that is the recommendation that we have. Actually, in every university, I've not had any university that has reduced the fees. Actually, when the university is going extra mile with this e-learning, it is more expensive than face-to-face. That is what I got from the principal. Yes, last time we had the academic board meeting. Okay.
Hello, yes, sorry, I'm back.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
maybe to add on something,
Yes.
Now, in fact, I've heard that comment from quite a number of people. What people need to understand when you talk about e-learning, in fact, e-learning is, in fact, is something which should be adopted. Hata tukirudi back to session, e-learning ni kitu inafaa kuendelea. So when you talk about school fees, actually, the way you have said, e-learning is much more expensive to handle than the normal learning yenye tunakuanga nayo. But
face to
on the
face,
second
yeah.
school of thought, e-learning is cheaper for students because ukiangalia kama say, I'm assuming maybe niko na mwanafunzi nafaa kuwa napeleka like university. I must pay for accommodation. I must pay for upkeep. There are quite a lot of costs which I'm supposed to incur maybe as a parent or maybe as a guardian. So you're going to look at it this way. When you talk about e-learning, in fact, e-learning is quite a bit cheaper for the student. And then another school of thought, like kama sasa in our department, we are having a number of challenges, where some parents are feeling maybe their children, they are not getting maybe value for their money. When you talk about e-learning, I as the guardian or the parent, I'm able to see it behind my son or daughter and see what is being done. You see, so if my son or a daughter have a weakness, I'll be able to identify the weakness, and maybe also as a parent, there is a way I'm able to support that child. So actually, e-learning is iko so many advantages. The other advantage about e-learning, unajua kama sisi kuna watu wanapenda masomo ya asubuhi, kuna wengine wanapenda saa saba, kuna wengine wanapenda kusoma usiku. Most of the time when we have e-learning classes, we usually have what we call a follow-up recording of maybe a video which is shared maybe on YouTube. I as a student, nikimaliza, maybe mwalimu akimaliza hizo classes zake, I can go back to YouTube now, maybe at now the time which I'm a bit comfortable, check the video and then be able to catch up with what was taught during the day. So in this case, utapata, when you go to normal learning, kama mwalimu amekupita, akutashika hiyo kitu. E-learning, you can be able to get those videos and follow up on them. So as people check the disadvantages, it's also good to look at the advantages which comes with the e-learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. So, Ian. Ian,
I think it's clear.
Okay, thank you,
I
Ian.
think it's clear from Joroge na nimeelewa sasa.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Kelvin,
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Take over.
Okay, thank you. Just to wrap on the same issue is we are also not incurring just Zoom costs. We are setting up an e-learning. Okay, the Learning Resource Center is now going to become an e-learning studio, and it is costing us quite an amount. I wouldn't want to mention the amount, but it runs into millions. Regarding on how we're supposed to set up the cameras, we're supposed to be recording video lab demonstrations. We're supposed to set up screens, smartboard, and all those kind of equipments within the university so that the online learning is as effective as possible. And also something else that I also can mention from what Alex has said is when we come back, we are going to do blended. So you're going to mix face-to-face and online. So it doesn't mean that the reopening of universities marks the death of online learning or end of online learning for all the programs. As you all know, like as I've said, and I think as I've said, and I'll repeat, the one that as I'll also repeat is that we have shortage of classrooms. We already know that we are still continuing to do the development, and we are coming in as first years, are almost double the entire population of students who are currently learning for undergraduate programs. So you can imagine a scenario where we are supposed to do everything physically, and the classes are not enough to schedule all the units between Monday and Friday. Even if you are supposed to put them continuously from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., it would still not fit. So that in that case, the online learning and the virtual classroom, you don't need to build. You don't have to wait for a classroom to be built up until it is roofed so that you can attend a class. You can attend it even if you are within the campus. You can be somewhere seated in a lab. Another person can be seated under a tree. Another person can be seated at the cafeteria, and all of you are enjoying the facilities and the resources that are given by the university, and you're learning. And later on, maybe you decide, okay, now you're going to also meet physically in class when the classes are available. So having these kind of setup brings also a very good kind of advantage. The other advantage that I think I mentioned to the other group is everyone is getting a front row seat. When I'm training right now, there's nobody who's going to say, I'm at the back, I'm not listening well. Or I'm outside looking through the window whether the class is going on or not, and I'm not even hearing what the lecturer is saying. I'm just there to be seen that I've attended the class, and I'm not there. So I'm already thinking of something else. So everyone gets a front row seat, and everyone can be able to stop the teacher and say, okay, I did not understand that. So, and as also the other advantage is also getting the asynchronous learning in place. So so I think the advantages are very clear, although there are the challenges that are always there. But the fact that I don't think there's any university in Kenya that lacks power, Wi-Fi, and what was the other challenge? Network connectivity. I think it is usually a requirement by the Commission for University Education that you have the ICT infrastructure in place before you're even considered a campus, leave alone a university, college, or a fully fledged university. So going on forward, I'll do the training in a very systematic manner. I'll try my best to see, I'll try and use one person's account. And I think maybe hoping he had not, hoping is here, and also hoping that he had not activated it already. Michael is here, and I think you're going to go through that together. So I usually use the website, our website, as primary point of reference when you're starting out anything. You might get lost in the middle. But if I tell you, go to tharaka.ac.ke and you click on the e-learning portal here, or you can go to portal. Yes. Okay. Yes. Then we have our portals. We're going to also add the portal, because once your accounts are activated, you can access. But for now, the staff portal is also available here at the bottom, but you can put it also here at the top, because right now we are just ensuring that we give ease of access for the students who are registering online. So I'll just go to the e-learning portal from here. So which is a Moodle learning management system. Then as it loads, bear with my internet, maybe it's quite I'm also even streaming, so I'm doing a lot with it. Okay. So doesn't finish loading yet, just a bit. So it's here, it's loaded. So when you get to a portal, you're going to get this kind of an interface, and you can be able to see the site announcements at the top there. The site announcements are going to always be there. And also you're going to have, this is how we've organized our course. We have every program that is taught, whether it is a certificate, it is a diploma, bachelor's, master's, or a PhD program, or a doctorate program. They are divided into what we call the courses. So course categories, I mean. So when you go to the course categories, there's the main category. Then there's what we call a subcategory. Then there's what we call a subcategory. The subcategory represents the streams. That is the year 1, semester 1, year 2, semester 1, up to year 4, semester 2. Then within the subcategory, now we have the courses themselves. In Moodle, we usually call it courses, but in our normal terms, we usually call them units, right? So, for example, this is an example of some units in year 1, semester 1 for Bachelor of Arts in Criminology and Security Studies. So for a case, I'll not use that as an example. Maybe I can use something a course that is under us. Let me just use, maybe let's say, because this one is already here, I can just look at this example of this course. So most of the time when you see the course has been added here, it is something that we already have the notes for. We have already been sent the notes, and we've already prepared the notes. So you can see, we can have those. And also for the let's say, let me look for another one. Bachelor of Education, Sciences and Education. So that is how we've organized our courses most of the time, and you can view more, can continue seeing more of our courses, all of the programs in in that manner. And you also have the service courses that you provide, how we service other departments, they're also within their own category. That is how we've organized our learning management system. So that is about the organization. So how do you access? That is the first thing. If you try to access any course, you cannot access it publicly. You're going to be told you're not able to access that exact course. Let's say, for example, I can try to access mathematics for computing. You can see it will just direct me to log in. It will direct me to log in first, because all our courses are not just available publicly. The same way a classroom is not available to the public or the student until they have finished the whole process of registration, and then they can meet the lecturer in class. So I'll not try and show you. There's some two logins. There's this login area, then there's this login area at the top. Okay, let me go to the e-learning portal again, and then load it from there. So there's this login portal. Every time you are supposed to log in, you log in on this blue part. For this part, you don't need it. I know other institutions provide a different username and password for their learning management system, for their Moodle platform. But for ease of access, we have already integrated our Moodle together with your institutional account. So you only need the username and the password for your institutional account to be logging into your Moodle and to activate it when you're logging in for the first time. So there's this login, this here. Let me get my Epic pen first, so that I can work better. I think it's going to load many times, so let me not load it too many times as I close that one. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for my Epic pen to load. So I don't know whether I started it. Whether it's still loading. Okay, it's loading. It was loading. I think I loaded it so many times. Okay. There. Okay, so as I was saying, can you hear me? First of all, let me confirm that I'm not alone in this
Kelvin,
training.
we are together.
Can you hear
We are
me?
following. Yes, we are following.
Yes, we are okay. Okay, you know, I'm not taking on the chat. So at any point in time, you can ask the chat, anything in the chat, and I can follow up. So taking the pen. So most of the time, you're going to be using this part. Okay, let me just delete that. I think I was doing it too fast. So you can do this part. This is where you're going to log in exactly, especially on the login with Google. That is where you can actually access the account most of the time. For this part, you're not going to be using it because it's just using for the super account, so you're not supposed to use that one. Going forward, on this other side, you're not going to be using this part, you're not going to be using that part, but you're going to be using this part. So it's not that one, but you're going to be using that one for logging using your account on Google. So that is now the login area. So I don't know whether we have, I'm going to actively participate in this with Michael Mutisia. Maybe he can unmute himself and we can go through this activation process together using your account. I'm not going to use a demo account because I think I deleted all the demo accounts some time back. So Mike, are you here?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes. You got a message regarding your account?
My email.
Yes. You also did you get an email?
I think I checked my email and I've not received any.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I think I created your email. So every person's email for a part-time lecturer goes with this format.
Yeah.
Like that. For a full-time, if you're a full-time, it would go to that format without the PT. And for a student, it will be at student. But for the student, you're not using the first name and the last name. You're using something like your registration number, EBT1.12345. That is your middle part of your registration number, .20 if you're registered in the year 2020. So usually using your registration number rather than your name. So I'll go to Michael's account. It is here. So just going to use it for demonstration purposes. Then we're going to revert it and also reset it so that you can use it. So that is how your email is. So when I've clicked login with Google, and you can see that it was telling me to log into Tharaka e-learning. If I could go back, let me just go back and show you that. So you can see sign in to continue to Tharaka University e-learning. So when you have to put an account that exists. If you don't put an account that exists, if let's say I put a dummy number here, so that account doesn't exist, you can see it will tell us couldn't find your Google account. So it must be, don't just think that your username and your your first name and your last name combined with at pt.tharaka or at student or at, will magically become active. It will actually, the ICT persons must have already created your account for you. So, so you're going to put the password I'll just put the default password. I'll not mention it because this is live on YouTube. Okay, I don't know whether I'm put. Yes, I'll put that password. So that is usually a default password. I don't know, am I putting it the right way? Oh, I think I put the default, I think I put Mike's number as the password. So I'll just check it because I have it. I'll not want, okay, maybe Mike, you can post it on the chat because that is not somewhere people can have an issue. You can post for me your number on the chat so that I can just copy and paste it.
My phone number or my ID number?
Your phone number, just type it on the, don't say it verbally, just type it on the chat. Yeah. Okay, let me check the chats. Okay, thank you. I've seen your number. Let me just copy it. And 52 707. Okay, so you can see once you put your phone number, I'm not saying that your default password may be your phone number. I'm not sure about whether you're going to decide on that, but you're going to usually get an email you're going to also get an SMS on your account. I think for all full-time staff, you already have your institutional account, but for new staff, you're going to get your account created and you're going to be given a notification for that. So you're going to get to this part. I know as Kenyans, we never read the terms and conditions because if in any case, you need to accept. So you just click accept and go on. So you can see it is asking me to put a new password. I'll just do a default, a password I'll share with with Mike at the end for him to change and I'll reset for him later on. So let me just put password there. So you are going to be asked to put a new password that you can access. So you can see after you've done all the processes, you can see Tharaka University e-learning wants to access your account. Before I do this, let me log into Mike's email. That is the institutional email, so that you see something that usually happens and for those who are familiar with Gmail, you know how your new Gmail account looks like. So it usually looks like this. And you can see for us, you can see here at the top, Tharaka University mail. And let it load. Okay, so you can see usually get these email. I think maybe Mike had not checked this, but you can see most of the time you're going to be getting communications. For example, these are communication on our today's training. So you can see I shared the same, and it was shared to all the members on how to access. So we are expecting another email. Most of the time, these are the two default emails that usually come. That is the Gmail mails. So when you log in and you have to allow, this doesn't have an issue because it's about your institutional email. You click on allow. And the process is the same even for a student. It doesn't change. Whether it's a student, whether it's a part-time lecturer or a full-time lecturer, the process is the same. So you can see an email should have been sent to your address, michael.mutisia. It contains these instructions to complete your registration. If you continue to have difficulty, contact the site administrator. To contact us, the best method is to use our e-learning mail, which is provided here. And also the number, we are going to just have it as that for now, which is our official phone number. I mean, our official university phone number, which you're going to add. I think it has a 0, which needs to be changed to not having that. And then you can also get the mobile app. You can see we have already customized our own mobile app from Moodle. We just took the Moodle mobile app and customized it for our purposes. So you can just download it by just clicking in here, and you can see the link is already shown on the other side, and you can download. So I'll click on continue. I think I'll expect an email here, and you can see it is already here. Tharaka University e-learning account confirmation. So don't worry about this message. We actually put a setting because we are most of the time when one email is sending a lot of automated mails, the spam filters from Google can mark that emails that coming from that email as spam. So we changed our organization settings to allow that email, however it looks like, any email that is coming from no reply at Tharaka, because you're not supposed to reply to this email. To come exactly to your inbox, so that you don't have to tell you make your spam. I want you to be tell that. So don't worry about this and don't click move to spam. So I'll click on this. You can see a new account has been, that is the link. And if it doesn't click and that, so you just click on the link to activate. So you need to do this process. You need to check your email and activate. So when you activate, it automatically creates an account on our platform, your account, your unique account on the platform. And you can see it takes me to where I wanted to access that course. You see, I wanted to access this course, but even if I've already activated my account, I cannot still enroll myself. And that is what I think Muturi was asking. How will it happen? So we have what we call bulk enrollment, which we can only enroll onto a course if they have already been allocated a unit, if there are, or if they have already been registered their units, if there are students on the student portal and the staff portal. So still you cannot access your course. You can still access your account because at this point you are an authenticated user. You can access the portal. You already have your account here. and you can access the outside the learning management system. So you'll allow me to log into the super account. Okay, I don't know whether I'm able to log in here. So that I can enroll maybe Michael on one course so that we see how that course is and how enrollment works, how we do enrollment. So I'm just going to do a manual enrollment, but there's usually what we call bulk enrollment and automatic enrollment of students and lecturers. So I'm just going to do a manual one. Okay, it's still taking me there. So let me just open a new tab, new window. Let me see whether I can open a new window. Okay, I think I can, I don't know, can I do that on my account? Let me do that on my account. Let me just log out from his account. So I'll just log out. So to log out, I'll just click here and I click log out. And then I think I'll log into my account because my account has more privileges. And then you'll be able to see how I'll enroll. Okay, I need to sign out from this. You can see it automatically logs me in because it knows Mike is already logged in their Gmail. So I'll sign out. I'll sign out from his email for now. Okay, it's loading. So let me see whether I can also open this. Okay, it's back. So I'll use another account. Okay, I think I'll log out from here now. Log out. So when I'm back here, if I log in using my account on Google, it will not automatically log me in. So I'll use another account. Then I'll use, sorry. I think that's my, I'm having issues with my, it's loading. So it's loading, Trying to close certain tabs. I think I'd opened a lot of tabs. There. Okay, it's asking me for my password now. Okay. Sometimes Firefox has issues, has memory management issues, but okay, I'm waiting for it to load. As it does that, I'll also be logging in onto the platform using my phone so that I also show you the mobile experience. Zoom, okay, I need to open from my zoom.us. So there's also as I also opened that, there's something called about issues asking about the whiteboard and the blackboard. So you can choose the Zoom as its own what we call a whiteboard, but also I use this software called the Epic Pen, It is a very good tool when you're learning. So as it loads, okay. So let me open this. Comp has issues. Okay. So let me just stop the share. Disconnect the audio here. As my laptop tries to get back to normal. Can you confirm, see my phone? Can you see it?
Yes, I can see.
Okay,
Yes,
thanks so
yes,
much.
yes.
So I've already installed the app. It is the e-learning app. You can download it just when you go to our portal. Go to the portal. I've already shown you where you can download it. So I've already installed it. It is here. So when I open it, let me open it. So this, it is already logged in. I'll try and see. Okay, it is already logged in. I'll try and show you how it looks like when it is not logged in. You can log from here, from my account. I can see log out here. So when you log out, takes you back to this part. Okay. I can do
Kelvin.
That. Yes. Can you
So
hear? Yes.
No, I can't see that bit. Maybe it's from my side. Other members, can you see that? They're logging in.
I'm seeing the desktop and task manager.
We're only seeing the task manager and our desktop.
You're
No, we are
not
not
seeing my
seeing that
phone.
bit. No.
Okay. Let me see. Let me claim the host. Then I share screen. Start now. Are you seeing now my phone? You know, Mishek told me he's seeing it. So can you see my phone now?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You cannot see my phone. You're seeing my verse of the day on such of that sort.
I'm not able to see from my end.
Really? No phone?
Not yet. You're not seeing my
Not
phone?
Yet. No, I'm only seeing your desktop. Then on top that one, there's a task manager which has processes, performance, app history.
Okay. I'm trying to see why I'm not able to do that. Because I'm seeing here what happens. Can you hear me now? I've done a hard reset of my computer. Don't know. I think it's going live. The streaming live on YouTube had an issue, so I've just had done a hard reboot. Okay, so you can, I think you will be able to now see my screen. Can you now see my phone?
Yes. Yes, now we can see something. Yeah.
So I was saying, there is usually the e-learning app,
Yeah.
which let me open one on the platform.
Yeah.
So when you go to elearning.araka.ac.ke/Moodle, I'm on the phone right now.
Yeah.
When you see, you can be able to see, get the mobile app. Do you see that link here? Let me just annotate it.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see that. So if I do a spotlight, you can see it is here.
Yes.
That is usually that.
Yeah.
So when you click on get the mobile app, you're going to download. You can see it might tell you this file can harm your device. Do you want to? But that's because of a Chrome. But you can say okay. Then you download the file and install it because it's an APK. I'll not install it because I've already downloaded. I've already downloaded and installed it. So I'll just go to the app itself. When you download it and install it, usually written Taraka e-learning. And then you're going to get this page where you're supposed to log in. I've just added a new site like that. So you can see it will tell you the link to our platform and the username and the password. So you don't have to put any username and password. Just click login using your account on Google. Choose your favorite browser, the one that you use mostly. Then you choose the account. So I'll just choose one account there. Okay. So it will log me in automatically as long as my account is still active on the platform. So you can see it, once it logs me in, I can be able to see the courses I've been enrolled to. For example, these are some of the courses I've been enrolled to that I was engaging last semester. And I can be able to search all the courses through there. I can just search, maybe I can search chemistry, and I can be able to see all the classes in chemistry that are here. So if you just say Chem 110 and I go to contents, I can't enroll myself to this course, but since I have higher privileges, I can see the contents of the course and I can be able to see the notes that have already been uploaded. Okay. It will take some time to load, but I think it's depending on how it has been uploaded. I'll try and open even one that maybe is more textual. I don't know which one is more textual because I might know maybe it has a lot of pictures, but I'll check on that. So as it loads, so you can see the other options is you can even open the same topic on a browser. You can refresh on it, and you can even download all these content for offline access. When you go to download course, you can download, or you can download per topic. So you can see, I can be able to see, okay, I've already downloaded. I think these ones have already been downloaded. Periodic relationships, I can be able to see development of a periodic table, the modern periodic table. I can just continue learning online. But the best practices is not to have a lot of text that are given in picture format, just things that cannot. Okay, let me just add. Don't know, I just seen Semo. Need to admit him. Going back. So I just need to have more of the pictures and less of the text in pictorial format. So maybe Chai will check on this with who uploaded, so that the document is not too bulky, so that it's only like areas such as where there's the chemical equations is where the pictures are, and the less of the text is nini. So so when you have these, you can download the course. It's just that I cannot disconnect my internet and prove to you that once I download the whole course, I do not need the internet anymore to continue accessing the notes. But still, I'll need to access the mobile application of the Moodle platform to access the notes, meaning that I'm not downloading a PDF, but I'm having a place where I can be able to get the notes. There is the downside about a PDF is this. If there are any changes you need to make, you have to get another PDF and tell that person delete the other PDF or delete the other kind of notes and get these ones that are more updated. But with this kind of a setup, that is why you can access sorry about that. So here, so when you are here, when you update the course, when the student comes in and logs in and access the course again, can be able to do the updates. So this is the mobile app of the same, is a mobile version of the platform. And the other thing that are needed to demonstrate basically is the use of simulation software. My laptop is still loading up, so that I get back to the meeting using my laptop, but I can also get in any questions that are there so far regarding what I've already shown you, how you activate your account. So when you activate your account, you need to be enrolled. I cannot do enrollments here. Let me see whether I can do enrollments. I can just show you that. Let me auto-rotate my phone and just have my Chrome ready. And then I can open the e-learning. Okay, I can open that. Okay, so can you still see, although it is not that big, but you can
Yes, we can see Kelvin.
Okay, thanks. So I'll go to site administration and I'll just get to enroll. I can check on the users and see whether we've already had Michael as an authenticated user, just for verification. So let's look for Mike. So Mike. So I can see I already have Mike here, and he's been active. He's been active now for 16 minutes and 5 seconds. So so I can enroll him to one course for demonstration purposes. So I'll go to courses, a course. Okay. Let me go back. Yeah. So let me just go and search a course on the dashboard on the site home. Then I can go and look at the options that are there here and go to yes. So I can see maybe I can enroll him to one of the courses. That is, let's just choose this one, course 0110 or course Quanten, and let's just tell him to access. I can access this. So you can see these are class. This is how a class looks like. So when you get in, there's the announcement page, announcement discussion forum. For this place, this is where you now get into that first session where you share with the students, you get to know their names, you get to know where they come from, you get to just introduce each other. You can just use the announcements area as a discussion board where you can actually create a new topic. You can create a new topic and call it introductions, and you can introduce each other on the platform. We also already scheduled a Zoom class there, but you need to have already activated a Zoom account for you so that you can host the meeting. Zoom, you cannot host a Zoom meeting if you haven't gotten a purchased license, but you already gotten that, and all our lecturers can be able to use the licenses that you're going to assign to them to host a class. So if you open like this link to the Zoom class, you can see, you can as the one who created the meeting, I can start the meeting there, but I cannot click that. If I click that, it will take me out. It will take me out of the class. It will take me out of this meeting and ask me to join to that other class, which I wouldn't want to do that right now. So this is already done by ICT and ODEL for you. So this is how topics are organized. This is how we organize our content into topics. So you have to give your notes in a topical format, in a logical way, for purposes of access. I'll give an example of a course that I already know has even what the ideal scenario. So we agreed that every topic must have a learning outcome, and also I can say I already added a course outline there. It should also, every topic should have a learning outcome, and should also have some self-review, self-evaluation questions at the end of each and every topic. So for example, for this topic 1, you can see, if I go to it, you can see I have the content, I have a check your understanding question, and a quiz. Then I have the pages for barriers of effective communication, benefits of internet, and organizational charts. All that, I think, in that topic. So if I look at this content, if I just read through it, you can see I have all the notes here, mostly the ones was textual. Then I can go to if you can see there are buttons here, you can go back to the Zoom class, or you can go to the next, which is checking your understanding, where I can now be able to look at the quiz, and I can do a quiz. This I already did a review. So you can set up quizzes. You're going to have a detailed session where you can be able to be taught on assessments as a lecturer, and how to do assessments as a student on the platform. So so this is how you do the quizzes. This is how you do the quizzes, and this is how the ideal scenario of how you would want. So right now we are not providing ODEL modules, but we are providing a digitized format of the notes. The notes we'd have used in a physical class session is the one that you're digitizing and organizing in a good format. Then at a later point in time, you're going to give the modalities of how you can provide and also develop ODEL modules as and when required, and if appointed to develop such. So another question that we were asked at a certain point is how you can hide certain topics for students, so that students can be able to follow something chronologically. They don't have all the notes at once. That feature is also available. So for example, you can see at this point in time, I've enabled all the topics. I think I have 4 topics here, and you can see, okay, I have 4 topics, but you can see topic 4 is hidden from the students. How do you do that? You can do that. I'm just giving an overview. It is not an intensive training, but just giving you an idea of how the platform works. So I just turn editing on. I've clicked on this arrow there. This arrow that is here, I hope you can see it at the bottom. Then remember, I'm trying to do all these on my phone, so it is also tricky, but yes, here I am. So if I decide to hide also topic 3, I can just go to, okay, I don't hide it here, I can just hide it from here. Then I'll hide the content of that topic. So students can know the topic that are there, but they cannot see the content of that topic. So I can also hide this topic 2 content. And even within topic 1, I can hide organizational charts. I can hide the benefits of internet communication. I can hide the barriers. I can hide components. I can just allow the check your understanding. So if I want the students to just get the introduction and evaluate themselves, you can see that is already done from this point in time.
Even
so
before you proceed,
yes, please.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, Michael.
Is there a provision to upload the notes, or we are sending the notes to the ICT department?
So at this point in time, you are actually
sending the notes to us, there's a template that is provided for you on how you can give the cover page so that we can understand which course you are sending us, the course title and the content. So you are giving that to us, then you are uploading it on your behalf so that you understand how we organize the notes on our platform. But for any subsequent updates and edits on the notes, that is done by the lecturer. Hope that is clear.
Okay, that's clear.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Kelvin.
Yeah. So, for example, if I see that yes, Fidelis. Yeah.
Yeah, like there was that question that was asked by Felix. Now
Yes.
that after going through that, the audit form, we
Yes.
realized our notes were not conforming to the format. And there are some things that we had left them out, like for example, the objectives. So, and you wish to add them to the notes that already has been uploaded.
Yes.
You can
How
just
do you do that?
touch on that bit now that you are there. Yeah.
Okay. So let's say if it's topic 1, and in this topic of information presentation and communication, let me just go back to the top where it starts. So I'll turn editing off. So this is how the notes usually look like. Let me just do this orientation, and you can see, let me hide that. Most of the time, we usually see it in this format. These are the topics. These are the topics that you get. So if you see like topic 1 needs to have some updates, you can just go and turn editing on here beside the topic title, beside the course title. You'll see an arrow. You don't use this arrow. The second bottom arrow, you can see it here. Let me just spotlight it. So do you see it there?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, so it is that one. So I'll stop the annotation. Okay, so here I'll just click on turn editing on. So you also must make sure you can use this turn editing on feature, and you can use that, and you can so make sure you use that turn editing on. And once you're there, you actually click on it. Then when you click on it, you're going to see different sections appear with the edit button. So I'm waiting on it to load. Let me see whether if I do this, it's going to look better. Yes, I think it looks better when it's oriented that way. So if I see information presentation and communication requires some update, I'll click on edit. Then I go to edit settings. When I go to edit settings, I can see the topic name, information presentation and communication. And then I can see here is where I did not put the lesson topics. I mean the lesson, the learning outcomes, or maybe the objectives of that topic. So you can just go here and say learning objectives. Yeah, objectives, like that. So then I can just put, okay, just put this one here to the side. So if I do that and I just press enter, I can just type all of the objectives here. So just put a dummy objective 1 here, objective 1. Sorry about that. Okay, so I love that. So when I'm like, I've done that and I've seen it's fine, I can go somewhere else, the keyboard. So I'll just click on save and display so that I see what I've done. So do you see it has appeared? Learning objective 1, and I've done the update to the course. So any subsequent updates you need to do for the topic or any topic, just click on it and you click on edit settings. Then you'll go, then you go to the content. The content will appear as such, then you can change it as you wish. Hope that is now clear.
Yeah, it's very clear, Kelvin. Yeah. So you can even delete some content that you feel it is in excess.
Yes. And if you see, take and Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
sorry about that. I think it was a student who was calling me, so I could not.
Okay,
I
no
could
problem.
not. Yeah.
No, it's okay,
Can I
Kevin.
use the same number to send you the? So once you are here, you can do any changes that you would have wanted to. I think my laptop has normalized, so I'll want to also transition to that one so that I can also show you the. I think some people are asking about the math calculations, about the simulation softwares that are there. I would want to demonstrate to you what you can do with regards to your math and physics courses. Most of the time, people say I can do my math online. I cannot do this and that, but there are so many ways you can, as long as you're creative with your online teaching, you can achieve well all of those math subjects, and also chemistry and physics and all that. So I'm loading. Allow me to just load Zoom on my laptop so that we go on. So any other question? Thanks so much, Mike. Maybe as I said, the rule is you can interject me at any point in time and ask any question.
Hello, Kevin. Kevin. Unampata? Kevin.
Yes. Sorry, I'm back.
You're back.
Can you hear me? Sorry, it's just about the
I've
different
seen his
calls.
Dr. Oboti is calling you. Tell him we are having our training. No, they are done with their training. They give us space now.
Exactly. I was telling him he was talking about the other document, the strategic plan, and he was telling me how many corrections.
Hizo. No.
You can tell the secretariat on that because just the document.
Yeah,
So,
my question is on there is that cover page that was to be uniform for all the notes. Can someone copy from one source, then come and paste there on the notes, now that we'll be given those rights to do now editing? Can someone copy it from then you come, or you have to come and write it afresh?
Okay. So I've not gotten that question very well.
There is that cover page for the university that has the name, the university title there and everything, and the rights.
Yes.
So assuming you have it somewhere, so you have to come and write it afresh there.
Okay. For the course creation, you're not doing anything of that. The lecturer is only concerned with the content. For the course creation, it is ICT doing it. For that is why we need that cover page, so that when you send us notes, we can know where those notes, how we are going to create maybe that course, If it is a course in a certain semester that you have not created, you're going to create that sub-semester and that. So the lecturer is not concerned on the titling of the course, and they are not supposed to change how the course is named, because it is a standard. It is a standard way of how we are naming the courses all around the platform. So that is not the work of the lecturer. Basically, the lecturer is concerned with the content within the topic.
Content. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yeah. So yes. Any other question as I head on to the phase, as I try to see the other expectations that were there in the practical that I not covered.
So you can show us now how to go about now mathematics, chemistry, how to write those equations. Kelvin amepotea tena. Hello, Kelvin. Kelvin.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, members. Is there any question? Sorry, somebody also called me and I lost connection. Is there any question that was asked?
No. Now you are saying, now we can move on now to, you show us how to go about like writing mathematical equations, all those stuff now. Yeah, like to drive an equation.
Let me log into my laptop so that I'm not using my phone, because as you all know, the phone is usually very limited, so you can't do much on your phone and demonstrate. So I'll log in. Okay, I'm logging into my Zoom. Okay. I'm logging in. Let me share the link. Okay, I've seen that I'm actually getting a notification in participants invite. Okay. Okay, let me check my mail. Yeah. Okay, gotten the link now. I was having trouble getting the link because it is no longer available on my platform. So I have to, I think I'll have to register just like everyone else. Let me register. Okay. Opening. Oh, okay. Loaded now. It's loading. Finally, I'm here. Disconnect with the audio.
Hello, kindly confirm you can see my screen. You can see my screen now?
Not yet, Kevin.
Yes, you can
Not
see where
yet.
my
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can see
yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
Yeah, you can see your screen.
Yes, yes, yes. So,
so there's a number of softwares. I think there's a link that I shared to everyone. I'll try and see whether I can just open it. Where was it? Okay. Let me just share the same to myself from my phone. Learning links. Send. It shows a number of links, and then I go through them step by step. Important links. Let me just forward them to myself. Okay, I think I'll see them here. Now, look at them. Let it load. It loaded. Don't worry when you see me going away from my email. Hello. Yes.
we can hear you, Kevin.
You can see the emails. Important things for e-learning.
Yes.
So there are a number of links that I had already shared some time back to members, and I wanted to highlight them because maybe some of us had not looked at it. There's one that is very, very important. For example, you can see how to teach practical chemistry remotely. There's an article there. Then there's this virtual chemistry and simulations. I'll just try and go through each and every one of them. You can see there's an article here, and you can see it has given you online demonstrations. There's this one, target planning and analysis skills, get students to research and plan their own experiments. They don't necessarily need to have to conduct them, but the planning will reinforce a range of key skills necessary for practicals. At the other end of the spectrum, it gives pupils a set of results to analyze. So Let me do that. So besides, you can see reinforce knowledge of practical procedures. You can see quizzes that boost practical skills. So there are a number of things that are there. That some tips on how to teach chemistry, which I already got from the Royal Society of Chemistry. So there are a lot of simulations that are provided on this link called ACS, Chemistry for Life. And you can see these ACT collections. I think I've ever used this Chem Collective. There's these FPET interactive simulations, which are, so there are so many here. You can see Go React, Molecular Workbench, Chem Reacts, so many. You know, chemistry is not my area, so I'm just a good researcher. So I just research on this, and I saw there are free tools that are there, so that you can use, and you can see, for example, these FPET interactive simulations were so mind-blowing for me. They were working so well with regards to simulations. So you can see I can decide, okay, if it is physics, I can just look at sounds and waves. And then I can see Fourier making waves, normal, you can see there's a physics. If it is, if I decide to look at heat and thermodynamics, I can just look at balloons and buoyancy. I think there's a, you can see there's a diffusion one here. There's a new one that has been created for diffusion. There's one for friction. So you can just see, I can just download, or I can just embed. So if I just say download, I'll get the download. If I do play, I can just look at it directly through this platform called FPET Interactive Simulations, and they're all free. They're all free for use on your machine. You can download them and have them offline, so that you don't have the internet. Even if you don't have the internet, you can see. So I don't know what happens. You can see, I can see the number of particles. I think I put them to 10. If I do them to 20, you can see, I think I'm adding so many particles there. What else? On this other side, on the red one, I can add other particles. Okay. There's some things I think you do. Then I think when you can remove the divider, then you can see how the diffusion is taking place. Isn't it awesome, like having such an, and there are so many simulations that are there here. So you can be able to see, you can decide to do as normal or as slow, and you can be able to see how they are done. You can reset the divider and take them back from one to be in the other side, the mass, the radius, the temperature. And these are the things you can do. And you can even look at the data and also give some calculations that you can do. So these are all because of, these are all courtesy of FPET interactive simulations. They have a lot of simulations, so many of them for educators, and you can see they have the requirements. There's one also for, I think Chem Collective I'd already installed. Let me see whether I have it. Chem Collective, I think I installed one. There's one of the softwares that I installed that, okay, but I'll check on it. There are a number of, you can see Carnegie, Shares, Virtual Bar, Resources. There are so many that are there here. But also Chem Collective was an awesome software that once you use, you can start just using it, and you can even mix chemicals. You can get a beaker, you can get a pipette, you can get a number of things there virtually and just do a demonstration of a lab that is virtually. Also, I think I can go to the links. I can see, I think this one was, you can see this Chem Collective. I think I downloaded it and it was there. Then there is math type and chem type. Then there's biorender for drawing biology diagrams. There's, I can see, I think I told you about the FPET.Colorado simulations. There's smart draw that you can use to prepare your drawings. So you can see these are biorender. Although I think you can sign up for free and just get, you can see there's some things in thousands of icons. You can get icons of biology icons. You can just drag and drop a heart. You can drag and drop the heart there. You can look, although this one I don't know whether it is free because it has a pricing, but if you get it, you can see for educational use, storage limit of 5 images, permission for educational use, image download size, you can create up to, you can see it is a free, do you have a free option where you can be able to just get the images. So once you create the image, you can just screenshot it and just use it. So for those in biology, you can just sign up for these on this platform and you can just use it. SmartDraw is also a very powerful software. I think you can even get a free version on it. Those who want to also make the drawings. On to math and chemistry. So math and chemistry, I usually most of the time describe it through this icon. So once you have you're trying to teach, you can just come directly here to math type. And as you're teaching, you can just use, if you're using a tablet, you can just go on touch, or if you can just go to here and you can see if I'm just going to draw, okay. Let me see, I'm not good at a lot of things in math. So I can just say, let's say 3 power 2, then I can just do an integration. Maybe let's say, okay, this, I think, let me just delete everything first. I'm trying to see what is happening here. So if I do something, it will appear at the corner. So if I do an integration of X, I'm just giving an example, and then to Y, to a limit of CG infinity, X squared, Y, something of that sort. I'm just giving an example. Let's see what happens here. Do you see what has happened on this other side? So if I go back to this, I can just take this and I can just teach on it, and I can continue teaching using it, going on forward. You can see when I go back, it has written it in a much clearer way. And once I do that and I explain, I can continue typing, can go, and if I have a stylus or I'm using a tablet, I can just continue doing it. For any kind, it actually detects all kinds of math equation. There's no equation in the world that this math type does not recognize. I think I usually say alpha and the beta. I don't know how beta looks like. I don't remember. But you can see there's the alpha, and then there's usually the beta and the gamma, and all of them are captured here within math type. So you can just go to the math type, zoom to 190 or 200 degrees, and start your screen share and start teaching your math. Delete it. You can type small. You can just type like that, and just use something like that. So that's what I'm just using an example. So you can see, do you see whatever I'm just saying? It's almost as perfect as what I was just writing. Everything is already here for you, and it is free. And you can just go back to the keyboard and you can just use the same equation and copy and put it elsewhere where you'd want to. If you don't want to type it manually, you can see there are all these equations, they are all here. You can see all of them here. These ones, there are a lot of them here. Some of them I don't even know. I think this one is the alpha, the beta. All of them, they are here. You can see they are all here. All those math equations that you see you'd want, they are all here. All of them, they are here. So even if it is to do a matrix or a what, you can see you can decide a 4 by what, then you can just put the numbers there and just teach on it. But you can prepare these things in advance so that when you come to class, you can just demonstrate and you can have all the materials ready for your case. So this is the math type. Then there is the chem type. Chem type, I think, is, I don't know whether it just applies the same way or it's just the same, or it just follows the same thing. Okay. So
Kevin.
So it is here. Yes, you can see it
There's
is
one
here.
that is called ChemDraw.
There's
For
also another one called
organic
ChemDraw.
chemistry. Yes, ChemDraw.
Yes.
Is it there?
Yes, let's just
To
do.
draw like for in organic chemistry, to draw those molecules, like
So
the
this
complicated
one.
molecules. Yeah,
So there's a
ChemDraw.
free one. I don't know. Is it this one? Okay, there's this
Something
one.
like that. Yes, yes, yes.
So there's also ChemDraw and the chem type for. So I think the ChemDraw is now for the organic.
Yes, organic chemistry.
Yeah, so you can see there's one here. I think there's a professional one, and you can now use them for your purposes. I can see there's a products here. chemdraw.js. I think there's a script version for you to access it on the web. Maybe you can request for information, but yes, there's this one. I don't know whether you have these, because I'm seeing it is a paid version. I don't know whether you
No,
have
I don't
it.
have. There's one person had given me, but I think there are so many people who accessed it. Then it's like it was blocked.
Okay. What you can just do is you can just look for it. I think I can just look at it and I'll see whether I can get one for a share, which you can now use on a browser. You can see like this one is now being used on a browser. You just open it and you just get the samples and you get everything here. This is an example. So yeah, it's good to know. And we share all these knowledge. I don't know if I've missed any other link that I shared. You can see the simulations I've covered, the virtual labs. I think, I don't know if I have these. I would have wanted to demonstrate that one because I was able to do this and it was mind-blowing for me. Let me just say resume it because I'd already downloaded it before. It is a vlab.zip. So let me just open it. You see how it looks like. It was a very nice lab from Chem Collective. And you can see it has different resources. So this Chem Collective, let me just open it. VLab, let me just open a VLab here. Because I think I had already opened it. So it is here. You can see I opened this one. And also for computer science and other courses, I think Kenneth is providing us with what we call vlab.ac.ke. You just register on it, and it is a free platform. And then you just get a number of things here. So it's called the Kenneth VLab, and I think you can just check. I haven't been activated in much of my accounts here, but for chemistry, computer science, and man of things, they have a VLab here, which I was just explaining. They gave it, they activated my account, they activate it for you. Then you just tell them the resources you want to use the VLab for, then it can give it to you. I haven't been activated some of the resources, but there is that. And also for networking, there's Cisco Packet Tracer, which you can also use to simulate your networking labs. So there's VLab from Kenneth on that. And you can see now this is the chemistry lab. Okay, this is your area, chair. So don't worry if I do something. The good thing is it cannot blow up my computer. I'm seeing strong acids, weak acids. I'm seeing 10 millimeters of hydrochloric acid. I don't know. Okay, I think I've already brought it here. It is here. Let me maximize this so that people can see. What else I need to see? I don't know. Okay, what should I mix it with? I don't know. There's a base. I do a strong acid and a weak base.
I don't ask Bowen. Bowen is following.
But you can see your things, so I
At
can
least,
just see. You can
at
see.
least we see something that is observable. A change.
Yes. I don't know how.
Bowen,
Okay, let me
what do
see.
you mix with what to see some observable change? What do you
Maybe
mix
you
with
can
what?
mix with sodium hydroxide.
Sodium
So,
hydroxide
okay.
with what else?
HCl. HCl, yeah.
Mix sodium
Let me
hydroxide and
remove these
HCl.
ones. Okay, sodium hydroxide. So it is which
Is
one?
it
Okay,
in the
you know,
list?
you know,
No, it is
strong
not. I
base.
can't see. Okay, is a
Okay.
strong base?
For
Yeah, it
which
is
one?
there.
10
0.1
millimeter.
molar. It from strong base is the second one. Oh, okay. You can
Yes,
do that
this one. And which one?
A strong acid.
Okay, a strong acid, like
You can
which
use
one?
even sulfuric acid.
Zero.
HCl.
Use HCl.
The third.
HCl. The last, almost the second last.
This one.
Yes.
Okay. So I can see beakers. I have that. Okay, I have a beaker, so I can just use maybe a 600 millimeter beaker. Okay, maybe let me get a bigger one. Okay, this looks bigger. I don't know. These are things. Okay, I can just remove. Then okay, also I've just taken, I think, this one. So I'd start with which one? I think I'll start with okay, I'm supposed to what tool mix. I'll add it there. I think there's a side here. We just restore it and see how this is done.
How do you know instruct it to mix?
Okay, I think you add it somewhere. Okay, let me see under tools, edit, views, glassware. You can see there's a Bunsen burner, there's a what? Oh, I think I'm just adding others. So, okay, let me see. I'm putting it here. Thermal properties. There's a place you're supposed to do it. Solution.
Is that yellow thing that is coming? I don't know.
This one. Okay. Okay, remove solid. Okay, filter, remove liquid. Okay, I think I'll just remove the liquid inside it. Okay. Set as recipient. So you can set as source, set as recipient. Let me just delete that one, and I delete the beaker, and I delete these others. I'm just deleting. Then I can do this. I can just say set as recipient, and there's one set as source. You can see you can just change. Okay, let me just do that because this one is the Nini. This one is sending it. Then I look at this, the solution explorer. Then I go to tools, transfer bar, precise transfers. Okay. Form cap. There's this. So there's a way I can mix it. Okay, let me just check. You know, I think I tried some crazy things, then some things changed. Instruments, edit. Okay. I think it is on this side. Solid spectrometer. Okay. This click remove. You need to remove. Mix. Filter, copy, duplicate, remove. Temperature insulated. So there's a, let me look at this
There's
thing.
a command that it should be given, for it
There's
to
a, you can see there's a documentation here. There's a documentation accessing, eating, pouring.
But now that you've seen that,
you can see
at
there's a
least we
pouring.
can read. Yes.
You can see there's
Yeah,
a
it's
pouring. Okay, click the flask you want to pour the solution from. The name of flask will become drag the sauce on top of the flask you want to pour. so that the glasses overlap. In the transfer bar below the active, type the amount of solution in milliliters you want to pour, then press enter. So I need to just go down here, transfer amount. I think I need to say how many, 2.0.1 or what? 0.
The amount.
You can see I'm typing here, yeah. I'm
the
supposed to
amount that,
type?
just say 10 ml.
10, so I just write 10, then I say pour. So you can see 10 has been added there of that base. I think I can remove this one. So, and this one should be another 10 or what?
You can also say
chlorine.
put it 10. Yes, just say 10.
Okay,
Equal
10.
amount.
Pour. Then what should change?
Has it poured?
Yes, it has poured both of them.
A volume like 20 ml.
Bowen. Yes. I think
put an indicator for you to see the color change. You know, you've not put an indicator.
Oh, there's
color
indicator
so, there. So which one is appropriate? Methyl orange or phenolphthalein?
We can add methyl orange because phenolphthalein cannot show any answer.
Methyl orange. Add methyl orange, yeah.
So I just do that. And how many amounts?
3 drops.
Even 2 drops.
2.
Yeah, they're there. You can see the color is changing when you put.
So it is doing some things here. So I think it is really doing that. And
you give that assignment to Bowen.
So I can give him. So I can just show him how you can access this, and you can just discover it. And also you can just provide. Even you can also help students to get this application, and they can be doing these things. So all of them are here, and you can see. So it is a very nice lab, and it has also all the documentation under docs, how you can access, how obtain a solution, transferring in a precise manner. It's called a VLab. So yes, and also the other thing to just finish up is that we have the e-learning studio. So the simulation and the virtual softwares are not enough. We know that. So we are going to be, you can come onto the campus, you teach. We are setting up a world-class state-of-the-art smart board on our e-learning, on our learning resource center in it. And we're also going to be having powerful cameras there to capture you and record you, and you can even have a Zoom class live as you teach on the smart board, or as you teach even on a whiteboard if you want to, if the smart board is too much, and you can just teach on a whiteboard, and you can just have that physical touch of a board which maybe you are used to, and you can have a session on that. You can also prepare pre-recorded materials where you are recorded teaching, then you give it to them, to the students through YouTube. Then when you come to class, you can just be answering questions and be giving assignments. So so unless there's anything that I had not covered, is there anything that I had not covered? I think I've covered everything. On the PowerPoint, you're not giving us PowerPoint. You're not giving us any PowerPoint. You don't require any PowerPoint from you. We just want the digitized notes. But all those requires are the courseware. You need to prepare courseware so that even as you go to class, you have some PowerPoint slides, because sometimes students learn by observation. Too much of you talking and just them listening without following anything on the screen can make them bored. And also classes, if you're doing your classes, limit them to just 2 hours maximum. That is on the highest side. If you can do 1 hour, 30 minutes, much better, because the concentration span of someone who is watching something on a screen is usually limited. And also focus so much on asynchronous learning. Don't let students depend on you on the Zoom classes. Let them learn so much through the material you provide on the learning management system, which is also very good. If you have prepared your content well, it should speak for itself. We have a course audit evaluation tool, which I think has been already shared with you. You can evaluate yourself before we evaluate your content, evaluate whether you are doing it well, and all will be well. Unless there's anything, thanks so much for coming through. It has been long. Sorry. Yes.
Kevin, through the chat.
Yes.
I was asking, okay, I have not yet received the format for sharing the notes.
Okay.
But there are those who have prepared, those who have PowerPoint slides. So how are we going to go about that?
Okay, the format for sharing the notes. So I'll share with you via mail.
I already have notes in PowerPoint.
Okay, if you have already the notes in PowerPoint format, you know, PowerPoint usually has like a very brief version of what you're going to explain, right? But the digitized notes are the meat of the matter. They have all the content that maybe a student may require to learn something in a bit more detail. It has references, it has all those further reading, it has the learning objectives. That is how the digitized notes are. The PowerPoint notes, the PowerPoint slides form what we call the courseware. You can complement it together with your lab. You can prepare some PDF in labs. You can prepare maybe other things that form what you call the courseware. So the courseware is all up to you, but the digitized notes is for us to have them in the platform so that students can be assured of asynchronous learning. So you're not sending us the slides, the PowerPoint slides, but you're sending us let me do my video. You're not sending us the PowerPoint slides, but you're sending us the digitized notes. You're just taking the notes you would have used if you're going on a physical class and digitizing them and sending them to us so that we actually upload them for you. So if you have any PowerPoint slides you'd want to share through the platform, through the learning you're not going to share it through the learning management system, but you're going to share it through the official WhatsApp group. Every course will have an official WhatsApp group, which will be set to admins can only send messages. So you'll be added also as an admin so that you can send messages, you can send materials on their WhatsApp so that you can reach them faster. I hope that is clear. So that if you have any PowerPoints you want to share to the students, maybe after or before your class, you can do them through the WhatsApp platform. But for the learning management system, it is basically where we put the digitized notes in the way I've already shown you. I hope that is clear, Michael. I'll share with you the format for you. Yeah, I'll share with you the format. Yeah, the format for the digitized notes is just a one page that shows you show the faculty, the course that the notes are supposed to be added for, the year and the semester and the unit title and the course code. You also have a e-learning course audit form so that you can this one is not a module audit, but it is an e-learning course audit form so that you can evaluate and see whether your notes are up to the standards that you would require. So, and also when you're giving your digitized notes, give them in a well laid out topical format so that we know that this is topic 1 that has ended, this is topic 2 that has ended up until the last topic. I hope I think that makes it very clear.
That's clear. You can also drop your contact so that those who don't have can go in case you have any queries. So
okay.
To the chat area.
Okay, let me just drop my contact there. Then I also share my email. Most of the time, you'd also find me on my email and also on my WhatsApp most of the time. I'm also there so that in case of any query at any point in time, you're going to have it. So for these trainings, you are directed that we have them regularly. So you might get you're having at least 2 trainings every month at the minimum, and at the max, at the minimum is 1 and the maximum is 2, so that at least every 2 weeks, if not a month, you can have a training where you can just come and share. And you can see how we've modeled our training is that we are not giving you what we think you need. We are actually modeling the training to be according to what you require and according to the needs. So if you get certain challenges during the semester as you teach, you can call for a training at any point in time. You can say the students are struggling in this. and we can also organize a training for those students specifically, or even for a whole group if it is it cuts across the whole university, and we can help. That is the reason why we even chose Zoom, because of the ease of use. I think I've gone through WebEx, I've gone through Big Blue Button, I've gone through Google Meet. I think I've gone through Microsoft Teams and Skype. And of all those, I've already seen that the one that a student who hasn't even done introduction to computer applications can use much easily, and a lot of resources on how you can use it is available online, is Zoom. So we just decided to follow up on a platform that is going to also the streaming live on YouTube. Like right now, we are live on YouTube. We are going to help you set up your account to be live on YouTube, so that every lecturer will have a YouTube channel under our G Suite account, so that you can just be continuing to provide your lecture recordings via YouTube, rather than having them in a bulky format or how it is inaccessible, but in a way that it is very accessible to the students. And also you can share with us your YouTube links for evaluation at any point in time. And also you can share on the WhatsApp groups, the official WhatsApp groups that are going to be created for the students once they join in. I think that is clear. Maybe I can just say, if there's no other question, I'll take it back to the chair. Thank you so much for coming through. I think it has been long, and I hope you've learned something that is going to really help you with your teaching, and also maybe for the students for your learning.
Kevin, before you
yes, Mishek. Yes, Mishek.
ask, for example, if you and uploaded a course previously, and maybe having it, are you able to access the one that you uploaded, and you are going to do it afresh?
As I've said, as long as you sent the notes and you are able to send it to us, and you got the notification that you've uploaded it and you've activated, you need to just activate your account and you are enrolled. You can just turn editing on, go to edit the settings of that course, and you can just access the content where the same place where ICT looked at it and uploaded that topic by topic. You can access it yourself and change it as you wish, because at the end of it all, the notes are yours and the course is as you want you to teach it. You might even want to have the topics not in the way the course outline is, but you might be going like topic 1, then you go to topic 5, then you go to topic 8, depending on how you want to provide the content and deliver the content. So that is all up to you. That is all up to you. You can decide which topic you're going to unhide and which topic you're going to hide.
Yes. Okay, perhaps for this last one question.
Yes.
Does the system has the capability of evaluating the students? Perhaps because like week 6, you'll be expecting the students to sit for CAT or so. How do we go about the administration of the CAT, submission, etc.?
My apologies. I think I was trying to do it on my phone, so it didn't look that clear. But the system has that. It's just a matter of, there are 2 ways to it. You can decide to have it as a page where you can just put the self-evaluation questions. And if it is a continuous assessment test, you're going to have, let me just do a very short share on that. Okay. Let me open that portal. So you can do a quiz, and you can even set a password to that quiz, and you can put a time limit to your quiz, and even when it is supposed to be activated and when it is deactivated, according to how you'd want. Let me just choose any course. Okay, I've logged into the super account, so I can just choose any course. Support. Let me just get to the support one, because I prefer using it. So let's say it is this one on topic 1. And you can see I had already pre-created this quiz. I can decide to put another quiz by just going to turning editing on. I turn editing on first. That is the first step. Then once I turn editing on, I'll see these pencils all over, and I can add an activity or a resource. If I click on add an activity or a resource, I can do an assignment. If I want to do an open assignment where students can just go and do the assignment, then they can leave feedback. Or I can do a quiz where I can be able to ask certain questions. You can see it can be used for course exams, mini tests, for reading assignments, exam practice, and also getting immediate feedback from the students. Also, you can, if you are the host, you can also schedule a Zoom meeting that is besides the class meeting for maybe consultation, because you're going to be having the instructional hours, then you have the consultation hours. And as I said, every course will have its own timetable. And once everything is already set, when you log into your platform, you're going to see all the units you have been enrolled as a lecturer, and you'll be able to see also all your students. And also you'll be having the accompanying WhatsApp group where you can meet the students in a more immediate kind of a feedback format. And you can just complement the WhatsApp, the learning management system, and the Zoom to ensure that it works. But our advice and our disclaimer is that the WhatsApp is not a substitute for the learning management system, and it is not a substitute for the Zoom classes. So it doesn't mean that because you have a WhatsApp group, you don't do the Zoom classes. We are still going to consider that you haven't done the class if you aren't meeting them in an interactive format. So you must meet your students interactively so that you can see that. So if you do a quiz, I don't want to get into the details of it. Sometimes Moodle can be a bit detailed, but you're going to have a specific training for each and every faculty on how to do the quizzes and the assessments. So you'll allow me not to go into the details and the nerve of this, but at the end of it all, you get something that looks like this. And you can see in this quiz, if I do attempt quiz now, you can see I can be able to see the questions I asked. I can just, this one I did like a matching question. So if I read this, let me just not read and just put some dummy answers. Okay, I'm putting method everywhere. Context, pediment, message. Method, I don't know. And reaction maybe. So you can see this one is a drag and drop as a presenter. It is important to know the context to effectively communicate the message, so to ensure that there's no impediment like that. So this is a quiz. This was just a short quiz I gave to my students earlier. So I can see, I can just see submit all and finish, submit all and finish. And you can see I just got a 5 out of 10 by those guesswork. I only got 1 at this point in time, and I think for this one I got all correctly. So that is how you do your quizzes. You can prepare your quizzes, but I can show you how you can do this, and students get immediate feedback. And you can also prepare open questions through assignments that you can review, and you can also put a place where students can upload. Maybe if they have done it on the book, they can take a picture of it and they can upload the picture, or yeah, just something like that. So everything in any way, in any case, you can have that in place. So that will come also in a very comprehensive class on online assessments. Hope that is clear.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Back to you, Chair, as we finish up.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kelvin. Thank you so much for the very detailed training. We appreciate it very much. So members, it is our turn now to go and practice what has been taught. It is good, at least let's not assume you've got everything now. Let's just go and practice, because that was Kelvin was doing that. So let's go activate our accounts, try to do some editing of the notes that have been uploaded. Then for the part-timers who don't have the institution emails, kindly, especially for my section, I know Judith Gitari doesn't have, so you get your institution email by the end of today so that you can log in, try to get, and for those who've not sent the notes, you can send some few. You don't have to send all the topics, all the unit at once. You can send one, then we upload, then you try to do some editing on it to see whether you've got what was being said in the training. Then there's a way we appreciate people. So you go down there at the reactions and at least click on clap. We clap for Kelvin for the good work that he has done. Thank you so much, Kelvin.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It was very easy. You've done it very easy. I don't know, it's because I attended all the others, but this one I find it very easy. And at least now I'm getting the concept. The first one I floated throughout, and I didn't want to say it. But this one now,
okay.
at least
It is a bit more clear now.
Yeah, it's very clear now. This one is very okay. So our expectation with Ian Maid, it is very okay. The training, we hope for the best, and it has been the best. So members, without taking more time, we were to start at 9 and end at 11, and it's already 1. So we apologize for that. Next time we try to keep time. So NAOB. AOB. Okay, if you don't have AOB, then I think we can end at that point. We can request our new member, Judith Gitari, to pray for us.
Hello?
Yes, there's a question?
There's also some apps, apps on the phone that you can actually use to write the formula.
Yes, Wasike, actually, we had invited you to say something. Now you can say something, then you tell us about the apps.
Oh, yes, it was a good presentation. Of course, I will also try to help the teaching staff.
Okay,
then
yes.
The apps were, there's one called Photomath.
Yes.
And then there's another one called My Script Calculator.
So can you send us the link? You can send, now that we have a common WhatsApp for the faculty.
Yes.
You can share us the links, then we can try it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Wasike. So any other member?
I think I'd just like to appreciate all of us, especially the ICT support team who has been here. Felix has been here with me through the first training up until the last training today. And also all the lecturers who've been here, and the students also came to give in their feedback. Continue interacting with us. We are always there available to help you in any case. So don't suffer alone. If there's anything within the training that you did not get, you can chat me privately, and I can organize even a Zoom session just with you to clarify things. Yeah.
Okay,
so
thank you,
all
Kevin,
our
for
emails
that.
are there. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. So, Judith, you can pray for us now.
Okay, first of all, let me thank you for good presentation, Kevin. We appreciate, and the rest of the group that arranged for the training. Okay, let's pray. Almighty and everlasting King of glory, we thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this training that you've been able to carry out. Thank you, Father, for the presentation. It has been good. And as members of God, may you help us to work together as a team and for the success of our institution and for the student. Help us, oh God, in our daily activities and in all endeavors that you're going to carry out. We pray this, believing and trusting in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.